The teachers are what makes HBA special. It's the relationship with the students. In my case, hearing the stories that my children tell me about their relationship with their teachers, that's gold to me.
The teachers at HBA are very nurturing. They love their job, and it comes out in the way that they teach the kids. Educationally, I know my kids are getting exactly what they need, and the Christian base gives the kids a good foundation to go on and be good people in life. One day when I picked up the kids from school, as they got into the car, my oldest daughter, Mia, said, "Mom, I love school. I love coming to school." And that made me so happy, and I knew that my kids were in the right place.
I think what makes HBA special to me is the size. It's big enough where the kids can be competitive in sports, but yet it's small enough that if the kids work hard enough, they can all participate in a sport. And for me, sports is huge. It really taught me a lot of life lessons, and it pretty much kept me out of trouble.
What I like most about HBA is the spirit of humility that is shown throughout the teachers, and it's instilled in the kids. I see the spirit of humility on the basketball and volleyball courts as the kids are encouraged to win and lose with integrity. Those are just some of the core values that we appreciate HBA instilling in our children.
I just remember the friendships that I made at HBA, the relationships with the teachers that we had, just the caring, loving environment that we had at HBA it helped me make friends. It helped me just grow in my faith. I felt comfortable talking about my faith, learning about it, and just growing up. I learned a lot of good life lessons, a good base just to build my life upon, and things that I appreciated, especially as I got older. Looking back, I learned it at HBA, and that's what I kind of remembered.
I remember having great conversations with teachers. I remember one particular case where I felt really upset or frustrated, and the teacher brought me out of the classroom. The class continued to do something, and she just had a one-to-one conversation with me. And it was really meaningful. She just demonstrated a lot of care for me as an individual. I love how faith is integrated into all aspects of my experiences at HBA. I loved having really authentic conversations about what I believe and listening to what other people believe. I think of going to camp and just having a really moving time, just a great experience.
Having just had one of our daughters graduate from high school last year, I can really see the difference HBA has made in her life as she went off to college. She was able to transition and adapt a lot quicker and better than I thought she would. Just having the skills and knowledge that she was prepared, and that God would be with her, and that God had a plan, I think was very comforting for her. She was able to do things beyond what I thought she could do. For example, she went to Mexico in her first month in school. She was able to challenge herself physically and spiritually, having the knowledge that she could do it, I guess is what it is. Having gone to a school where spirituality was not maybe the emphasis, she would have to be able to go and find it on her own, and she did. And so those are just some of the things that I think the foundation at HBA prepared her for as she went off to college.
I think a few of the reasons we decided to send our kids to HBA was the size of the school and the Christian values. Also, for me and Candy, we still get together with our friends 3 or 4 times a year, and just that bond that we have gained throughout the years, it's still there, and we can talk to each other and keep each other accountable. I think HBA prepared me for life. The first thing was it gave me a relationship with God. I grew up in a non-Christian family, and just to have the friends that helped me develop my relationship with Christ helped me a lot. Also, being a small school, it also taught us to, again, persevere. We had to work really hard to compete with, the other bigger schools. That was probably the 2 biggest things: my relationship with Christ and just the perseverance to work hard. The last 4 years we've been doing the MAC, hosting, and it just kind of brought back memories of when I was in high school. And as a student, I used to host some of the MAC members, and I thought this is fun. It's fun to get to know people, and for me, I like to ask a lot of questions on how they got through life, and I see them as mentors for myself.
So I'm very thankful for the MAC, not only for what they did for HBA when I was going there, but for what they continue to do to HBA, and for my children that go there now. I come and I see all the differences and how HBA has grown so much, and I know a large part of it is with the help from the MAC.
Over the past years, I've seen HBA grow in its number of facilities. You know, they have the middle school, they have the elementary, and through all that, that's great. But what I really like about HBA is the mission has never changed. It's always been the emphasis on Christ. And for me, that's probably the most important thing. You know, it doesn't matter about the buildings, the amount of buildings, the amount of titles, the amount of students they have. The main thing is that they emphasize Christ first.